Hi, I'm Scott James. I'm a Weld County Commissioner. I'm running for Colorado's 8th Congressional District for the United States House of Representatives. Please meet my friend Jim Docha. We're on his dairy. Jim, first tell me a little bit about the dairy. It's been in your family several generations, right?
Yeah, I'm the fourth generation. My dad still has a dairy, and I've got two sons with me, and hopefully a grandson that'll eventually take it over.
I grew up a beef guy, not a dairy guy. Is that acceptable?
That is. We can tolerate that.
How much does government impact what you do on a day-to-day basis?
A lot. It is immense, and especially the last few years here. Regulations are just overwhelming us, and it's very burdensome. A lot of paperwork. There's a cost that comes with it, and the government shutdowns scare me because once it shuts down, even though we've paid our premiums on these programs, we won't get our payment because the government shut down.
Yeah. So the government shutdown is a real thing for you, and it would decidedly impact your daily operation.
I'm really upset with Congress right now, and just the whole government system. I mean, they're not here for the people, and they really need to realize that we're out here. They represent us, and we need to change that attitude, and hopefully you can do that.
Jim, you and I are both natives of this area. You grew up right here. I grew up over by LaSalle. We have watched the I-25 corridor, Weld County, the 8th Congressional District that you and I know decidedly change over the years. If you wanted to expand your business here, could you do it where we stand?
No, we couldn't. We're limited to about 1,000 cows here. And with the capital it takes to build a new dairy and everything, you're looking at probably 2,000 to 3,000 cows to mill. And that would force us to go to eastern Colorado. Water is the biggest issue, and the feed. You look around us, and a lot of the fields that we bought feed off of 15, 20 years ago are covered in homes or business park right now.
You know what the folks in Washington D.C. may not understand is how much that they do there that they may not think relates to a dairy actually impacts a dairy when you talk about energy policy, when you talk about the EPA regulations. Those things all drive up the expenses of not only you directly doing business, but indirect expenses. It drives up the cost of feed, it drives up the cost of fuel, and it makes it tough for a traditional family dairy to survive, doesn't it?
Exactly. The waters of the U.S., the EPA came out with that, and they paint it from the east to the west coast. And I mean, we get 16 inches of moisture here, and you go back east, and they get 60 inches.
Right.
It's kind of hard to make that the same. They need some common sense in there.
Jim, you've seen me act as the mayor of the town of Johnstown. You've seen me act as a Weld County Commissioner. You know that I believe decidedly in smaller government, in less regulation. The more that we tell you how to run your business, the more difficult it is for you to run your business. We need to just simply eliminate the size of government and get it out of your life, especially when it comes to the environmental protections. That, look, we all want to breathe clean air and we all want to drink clean water. You and I both share those goals. But a bureaucrat in Washington, D.C. is not going to tell a fourth-generation guy who has lived on the land and have managed the animals since time immemorial. They're not going to tell you how to do you better than you. I think that Washington, D.C. can learn a lot more from a dairy farmer than what a dairy farmer can be learning from Washington, D.C.
You know, I really think it's beneficial we get people like Scott back there. He's concerned about our interest and our welfare, and he's going to help us do our job better with less government interference.
Jim, thanks for letting us use your farm today. I appreciate you. It's good to see you. I grew up on a beef farm not too awful far from here. I remember what it's like to work hard, and most importantly, I remember Colorado common sense, which I want to take back to Washington, D.C. Jim, thanks for being our first guy that we featured on Truck Talks. There's more to come. I'm Scott James. I'm running for United States Congress from Colorado's 8th Congressional District. Please learn more about us at scottjamesforcolorado.com.